Erron sighed as she stared out the window. She'd pulled the lone chair in the room up to it to watch the activities below. She'd not brought needlepoint, which she hated anyway, or any of her many mending projects, so there was little else for her to do. It was a warm, sunny day, the kind of day that fed her desire to be out in it, doing anything. The room behind her held little appeal, even though she could have benefited from a nap. Afternoon sleeping was not something she was familiar with, and a part of her feared her father's return, so she didn't dare test the clean white linens or see if the mattress was as soft as it looked. The furs were thicker than anything she had at home, so they'd be warm, but Erron dreaded crawling under them. Tonight she'd have to share that space with her father, so no matter how cosy and comfortable the bed was, she already dreaded it. She was a tad hungry, but she was better off waiting for Norden's return before calling for something to eat. She didn't want to chance angering him when he'd given her a small reprieve, leaving her alone in the inn. If she cost him coin for an extra meal, he wouldn't like it. Erron didn't dare venture down to the tavern either way. Jarek danced in and out of her thoughts. How could she get to him? She'd been a fool to think it was even possible, even though she knew where his tanning shop was. Besides, she was stuck following her father's order. People came and went, shouted, laughed, compared purchases, and bargained with crafters selling their wares. Children played, only to be admonished to move out of the road. A dark head moving through the crowds with some speed caught her eye. Her heart thundered. Jarek! How she could tell at that distance was a mystery, but it was him, there was no doubt. He was coming toward her, toward the Old Spirits Inn and Tavern. But how had he known where she was? How had he known she was even in Deluna's Main? Erron rushed to her feet at the moment he looked up. Their gazes collided and he froze under her window. I'm coming up. Jarek's voice was thick. She nodded, her body flushing with warmth, anticipation. Heat warred with trepidation, tearing at her. She wanted him to come to her, but her father could return at any moment. No matter how innocent, even a conversation would fuel Norden's wrath. Her legs took her to the door. Her hand reached, opened it. Jarek's booted feet were loud as they pounded up the stairwell. Then she was enveloped. His scent, a mixture of spiced soap, leather, and the spring day outside, tickled her nose. Her cheek touched his chest as he tugged her closer. His tunic was rough linen, made for the work he did, but it didn't bother her. She heard the door close, but was only aware of him. His arms around her, pulling her ever closer. Erron got lost in the feel of him, the scent of him. She wanted to burrow closer. Warm, safe. Jarek set her away from him, his dark eyes wide as they met hers. I'm sorry, I don't know why I did that. His hands cupped her shoulders, but then he let his arms fall away. It left her cold. Her mind scrambled for words. The embrace was over much too soon. It left her wanting. What was wrong with her? This is crazy and dangerous. Actually, I'm not sorry. I had to touch you. He ploughed on, as if she'd not made an attempt to speak. I can't explain why. Embarrassment crept up Erron's neck, scorched her face on the way to her ears. She stared. How? He took a step forward. She didn't move away. His cheeks were flushed with colour across his high cheekbones and straight nose from his run, his too long dark hair wind-blown, and the heat of his body still warmed her, even though they were no longer touching. Jarek gripped her chin and studied her until she burned all over. She averted her eyes. Erron. Her name on his tongue brought her gaze back, made her whole form burn even hotter. It sounded perfect. The fact that he'd remembered her name wasn't a surprise. Why?